What's up, guys? Peter from Panda here. Hey, bought myself this PowerShot ELPH 360HS. It's one of the more recent ELPHs that have come out, and the reason I wanted it is not because I really need a point and shoot, but obviously I shoot a bunch of video, and one of the things that I actually really wanted was Apple to release a new iPod Touch, because I like having iMovie on my iPhone and shooting video and editing right away and uploading it and sharing it. But one of the things that they didn't do when they released the iPhone stuff, didn't update the iPod Touch to add optical image stabilization, etc., etc. And so I wanted something small like that I could take really good video with, not really for photos, but for video. And so I wasn't having to lug a kind of a handheld camcorder around a lot. And on top of that, since I couldn't get the iPod Touch, which doesn't have an optical zoom, I could go ahead and step up to something that does. I thought, going with the latest model would probably be just fine. In fact, here it says right there, 12x optical zoom. This is not a true unboxing. I've had it for a little while, but I haven't used it much at all. But I wanted to kind of just show you the camera itself. And the reason I didn't want to do a really pure unboxing is because I wanted to read the instructions and see how everything worked. First of all, here's the camera. It comes with this lanyard. It doesn't come installed. There's a little loop there, and I put it on. Oh, there's two plastic panels on the side. Looks like there's a speaker grill. This one doesn't move at all. But as you can see here, this one says AV out digital and HDMI, and prise off. There we go. Tethered on the top. You can see the AV out digital plug here. The HDMI port right there. Pretty standard stuff, so you can hook this thing up physically to kind of a display device. The front here is kind of nice. I mean, it looks nice. It looks like a quality piece. I like all that shininess. To turn it on, you would hit on off button right there on the top, and you can see that the lens cover opens up and the lens sticks out. So this is pretty cool because you can zoom out and zoom in with this little wheel right there, and you can take pictures with the shutter button on the top. Okay, cool. There is also these icons right here. Camera, looks like fast portraits, and then auto filming mode or video mode. I'm not actually entirely sure what they do, because if I hit the record button here, it seems to start recording video. So I've kind of left it on this camera icon, because if I move it all the way over here, for whatever reason, it says like create a digest movie. In this mode, there is no operation or focus or sound. Operation or focus sound. So I was like, oh, well, that doesn't seem like that's very useful. So I keep it there. I wish someone could tell me a little bit more. I really scoured the manual for it and couldn't figure that out. So we'll take another picture right there of the box. Boom. You can see that, on the camera, there's a little bit of a delay. And what I also noticed is that if I was recording video, and I hit the video record button here, the screen isn't a super high resolution. It might be a little hard to tell, but it's not as good as like an iPhone or a Android or something like that. So it's always kind of a little disconcerting to me, because I know it's probably filming in a better quality than I'm seeing, but I really usually like seeing it in a pretty high resolution. To me, there's certainly not 300 DPI on the screen, but I digress. Okay, so you just start and stop with that, and then you can go to playback mode with this little play button here. All the controls are on the back. There's no touch screen here, but this little wheel here kind of works as a scroll, a navigation wheel, and then this middle function set button is enter. Oh, there, see, I'm scrolling through my photos already. Menu button here, you can go in and change your settings. I'm not going to play around with that too much. This button right here, this little Wi-Fi button, is probably the coolest feature. So what I did is I went ahead and paired my iPhone to this camera, and I'm going to show you that process here, because it's pretty nifty. And what it allows you to do is transfer pictures and access pictures and videos on the camera on, in my case, an iPhone, but also it works on Androids. All right, so transferring videos and photos between your smartphone and the ELPH here is going to require this Canon Connect App, and then go to the app itself, and you can see there it will say that it needs to do some stuff, which you're going to have to give it permission to do, but then you can see it's not connected to anything, right? Okay, so now hit your Wi-Fi button here. It's going to take you into the Wi-Fi setting. Scroll over here to connect a smartphone. Select, and I want to add a device. Now, it's what the Canon is doing here is it's creating its own little Wi-Fi network and password. Go to the Wi-Fi network and find your Canon ELPH and enter in your password and join that network. And go back to your Canon Connect app here. And it says new camera found, select it. And now it says connected smart device can now operate camera and access images on the memory card. You want to select yes. Boom. Now you can see here we have some more options on the app. Images on camera, remote shooting. So you can control it, looks like a little bit. And we can see the images here. And it says send this image. Sure, why not? Let's try it since I've never done it before. And it says it's sending 1 of 1. This may be the video that I just shot of the box itself. And that would make more sense because of how long it's taking. I'll have to access my photos and image saved. What I will show you is the image transferred, and in fact it wasn't an image. I wish it maybe said video on the camera because it just says image, but this absolutely was the video that we went ahead and just shot right now. But that's how you transfer, and hopefully that's useful to you. Certainly if you're on the road, you're on a trip, you're trying to splice together videos, it might be easier to transfer them to something like your iPhone or your iPad, edit them up in iMovie, and create videos. Now the last thing I want to do here is take this ELPH out and do a little video shooting in low light, daylight, around the house, etc., etc. And I'm going to put those videos here at the end so you can just see how it looks and works. Okay guys, here's my first video with the ELPH. Just trying to shoot some colorful things here like this JC's highlighter. This is my normal table setup, so this is where I would normally shoot my tabletop reviews. And you can kind of see what it's like, zooming in and out. Seems to be pretty reactive, and hopefully the color capture is pretty nice. Again, on my table, and this is a colorful, shiny, and matte spray can of the venerable WD-40. Water-resistant silicone lubricant. Gotta see what it looks like here as I'm moving around and the colors. Alright guys, outside here, very low light. It's pitch black otherwise, except for the street light, which I'm walking towards. So I can see the grass here as the light's pretty bright. But otherwise, it is absolutely dark. Alright guys, so here I'm outside. It's kind of midday, it's bright and sunny, and as you can see, this is video quality on the ELPH, kind of in the bright sunshine. Now this direction, we've got the sun to our back, and so you can see what it looks like. And in this direction, we've got the sun to our front, and so you can see what that looks like. And maybe I'll do a little running here. Oh my god, I'm so out of shape. So you can see what the stabilization is. And then let's take a look at the zoom. We've got a tractor out there. The cool thing about this optical zoom is that it's a feature you won't find on the iPod Touch or pretty much any smartphone. So try to hold it steady on the tractor there and zoom back out to 1x. So this is video quality outside in regular sunlight. Hopefully this helps you make a decision whether this is going to be a camera that works for you. Canon ELPH, Peter von Panda, out.